Hello, friends and followers. Welcome back to TJ's Modeling Bench. I'm TJ. And today is the 1st of May, and May is kind of a special month to me. I originally grew up just east of Fort Wayne, Indiana, a little town called New Haven. And Memorial Day weekend is always the Indianapolis 500, and there's plenty of stuff going on up to the 500 on Memorial Day, or Memorial Day weekend, rather. And I said I wasn't going to do this. I wasn't going to build more than one model at a time anymore because I felt like, you know, it's knocking me off my game some. But I am going to make an exception this month because I have this IndyCar series. It's an older boxing from Monogram, obviously, and I'm not sure what year. 1989 is when this was boxed, and I got this through an auction on Facebook, and at the time I didn't know him, and I'm not sure that he's still doing this now, but Mike over at the Scale Model Outlaw, he was doing these auctions on Facebook, and this happened to be one of them that I got. I think all up maybe $15 for it, so I don't think that was too bad a deal. You'd probably pay similar at a show from a vendor. So yeah, this month we're gonna do this IndyCar, and I haven't opened it. As you can see, it's still in the packaging. So let's take a look at it because I'm curious to see how well detailed it is. Kind of hard to tell by looking at the photos on the box. I may have to do some searching for some 3D stuff that makes it a little bit better, because something like this where the engine is clearly visible, you can't hide it under a hood. I want to make sure this is top-notch stuff. So hang on, and we'll open the box and take a look inside. Let's cut off this outside wrapper. Dig in here. Let's see what we got. I've had this thing for, oh gosh, 9-10 months maybe. I don't remember exactly when I bought it from Mike, but at the time, oh, something just fell on the floor. Looks like it might be, yeah, it's one of the rims. How about that? All right, so that's not the packaging anymore. 1989, huh? Oh my. All right, the decals. Those might be salvageable. I'm gonna look and see if maybe I can find other decals for this kit. Maybe different livery. I mean, a lot of teams raced the same model of car, so there might be some others available out there. The Mac Tools Lola Indy. Looks pretty straightforward. I mean, these are super simple instructions. Not much to that. So I have a feeling it's not a real highly detailed kit. Just looking at the instructions. I mean, it'll pass, but we'll see if we can improve it to some degree. All right, let's open up some of these screws. Well, I guess there's just one bag with all the screws. All right. Oh, wow, that plastic bag is even kind of cheap feeling. Not like the stuff they use nowadays. Oh, it's got a driver. How about that? All right, let me move the box. So here in the bag we got most of our driver. Lacking the most important part, the head. All right, there's an arm. Here's some flash. Look at that. Don't need that. Part of the engine, I'm guessing. There's the cockpit. Wow, look at all that flash. Now, that is on the sprue. I don't see a lot of it on the actual molded parts, which is a good sign. A little bit. That should be easy to clean up. Here's the tub for the cockpit. Pretty Spartan. These details don't look too bad. They might be lacking a little bit of crisp detail. Not too bad though. Spoiler. Alright. Here's our engine. I'll have to figure out what kind of engine that is. Oh, what's that say? Oh, Buick. It is a Buick engine. A V6? Is that right? Wow. Yeah, look at that. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I really don't know much about it. This is transmission gearbox halves, it looks like. His arm, there's his head, a front and back half. Yeah. Alright, that stuff doesn't look too bad. Here's the chassis. Steering wheel, rear wing, some more suspension parts. Yeah, this might be okay. Alright, let's look at the tires. These are Goodyear Eagle, but that's a raised lettering, and I'm not positive, but I don't believe they would have had raised lettering on there. It would have been more of a printed lettering. I've already taken these off the tree that they come on. Still need to trim away some of this excess flash and then determine how I'm gonna sand down this seam line in the middle and make them scuffs. I wonder if I can find some decals for this Goodyear Eagle. And then, because on the inside, they're smooth. Maybe I can sand that down, use that on the inside of the tire, and then put a decal on the outside. I'll have to look into that. I'm not positive yet, but they're good quality. I mean, they're kind of that rubbery plastic. They got a little bit of squeeze in them. All right. And now I've gone through the instructions on it and separated all the pieces into color groups. So we've got a black, let's see, what's the instructions say here? We've got black, aluminum, and now on the instructions it just says metallic. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna use on that. This one is, I think, red. Of course, we've got our guy in there, that would be yellow, and then some of these other parts, probably, I think this is probably white. Oh, one thing I didn't show was the canopy glass, windshield glass. So it's pre-tinted, doesn't look bad, and these notches in the side here, that's actually where the side mirrors go. Let me zoom in here a little bit. So that's where the side mirrors go. And this was already loose in the box, so you can see where it came away from the sprue that it was attached to. But I think that'll clean up just fine. And that actually lays into, let's see if I can find, yeah. All right, so here's the nose section of our cockpit. and it actually lays in a little groove right there. So I think that's going to work out really good. All right, so I'm just about ready to get started on this. I am still working on the USAC dart, and it's coming along quite nicely. I'm just about ready to put exterior paint color on it. So look for an update on that one soon as well.